Hi everybody, this is Dr. Shawn Talbott, Chief Science Officer for MonaVie, and welcome to another edition of From the Lab. And true to form, the last series of these From the Labs we've been out of the lab and way out of the lab. And today we are so far out of the lab, we're out at a beautiful reservoir in southern Utah to share a workout with some local professional triathletes and to talk to them about one of our favorite products here at MonaVie Active. You know, what we're going to be talking to these triathletes about is how a product like Active can help them to bounce back from their workouts. You know, a lot of people will look at Active and they'll think of it as a joint product, you know, to help support joint flexibility and range of motion and help you move around better. And it certainly does that, but it does so much more than that. So in previous editions of From the Lab, we've talked about antioxidants. We've talked about the antioxidant network. We've talked about how the combination of vitamin E and vitamin C, and especially carotenoids and flavonoids, those very important antioxidant phytonutrients, can protect the body in so many different ways. When these athletes are exercising, they are throwing off huge productions of free radicals. Just that the increase in oxidative metabolism, using oxygen to create energy for their workouts, creates a huge load of free radicals. And at the level that these guys work out, your body really can't adapt to that. One of the amazing things about the body is that a little bit of exercise, some regular physical activity, will actually enhance your body's antioxidant protection. Your body creates its own antioxidant enzymes to help protect us from that increase in free radical generation. But at the level that these guys are exercising, the body just can't adapt to that level. So it's really important for them to get those antioxidants on board. You know, they're eating their fruits and vegetables. They're making sure that the rest of their diet looks good, but they're also supplementing with a well-balanced antioxidant product. You know, when we measure these athletes on the View device, we can show that oxidative load that it's taking on their bodies. And if they're not supplementing in an appropriate way, their scores go down, down, down. And we can measure that in these high-level, elite-level athletes. But what they also need, in addition to protecting themselves from that oxidative load, is they need something to help their body repair and regenerate all that tissue damage that they're generating throughout their body. And that's where the very special type of glucosamine that we use in MonaVie Active comes in. It's a type of glucosamine that's not derived from the place that most glucosamine is. If you look out across the dietary supplement world, 99%, a huge percentage of the glucosamine that you see on the market comes from shellfish. It's derived from the shells of crustaceans, crabs, shrimp, that kind of thing. And that's not necessarily a bad place to get your glucosamine as long as you're getting a pure source, but sometimes you're not getting a pure source. And people who are allergic to shellfish or are concerned about, you know, trying to get a clean source of glucosamine might not want to choose those sources. We use a vegetarian source. It's purely derived from a vegetable material, and it's very, very effective for supporting joint health. You know, glucosamine is one of those molecules that helps your joints to repair and regenerate. So joint cartilage in your knee or in your back or in other parts of your body can use that glucosamine, first of all, as a building block to help rebuild and to hydrate that joint so that we get that flexibility and that range of motion that we want. But it also, very, very new research is showing us that it also helps to stimulate regeneration throughout connective tissues and other tissues throughout the entire body. It's a process called autophagy. And autophagy literally stands for self-eating. It's the process in your body where our cells, our immune system cells, will go throughout the body and find damage and repair it. It's very akin to doing a remodeling on your house. If you have a hole in your wall, you're going to want to fix that. That's what autophagy is. We break down a little bit around the jagged edge and we repair it with new, stronger, healthier material. We fix that wall. The same process goes on at a cellular level in our joints and in our skin and in our ligaments and our tendons and throughout all the tissues of our entire body. It's such a cool area of research that every single pharmaceutical company and dozens of biotech companies in the world are researching ways to stimulate the body's process of autophagy. Because think about that. If you can get the body to get into a better state, a more efficient state of repair and renewal and regeneration, Imagine what that looks like for your long-term health. Imagine what that looks like if you can repair damage before it really becomes a problem in your body. Whether that's in your nerve cells, which tend to be slow-growing tissues and really need that regeneration to be stimulated, or your bones, or your ligaments, or your tendons, or any tissue in the body. That's what the pharmaceutical companies are really focusing their efforts on right now, to stimulate that process of autophagy. We have it right here in MonaVie Active. And we've had it all along. You know, MonaVie Active really has been promoted and really been put forward as this joint product, this flexibility product. But people have said back to us for years and years, you know what? It's not just my joints that are feeling better. It's my whole body. It feels like I've got a biochemical tune-up going on here. I just feel better throughout my whole being. That's the process of autophagy. That's that autophagy going in there and stimulating that process of repair and renewal. We've got that in the product. So it really is, when you think about Active, you can think about it as a joint product. You can think about it as a flexibility product. But I think about it as a nutritional biochemist, I think about it as a protect product and a repair product, a protect product and a rebuilding product. And that happens all throughout your body, inside your cells, outside your cells, throughout every single tissue that you can imagine. So we're gonna talk to these triathletes a little bit later after we share a workout, and we're gonna talk about how that process can help these athletes to bounce back from their workouts, how it can make them feel better, which is really what MonaVie is all about. Products that help you feel better so that you can live that more meaningful life. Hi, I'm joined now by professional triathlete and MonaVie distributor, Derek Garcia. Now, Derek's a guy that I've gotten to know over the last few months, and one thing that struck me is A, the fact that he's a professional triathlete, where I'm an amateur triathlete, and when I do triathlons, he's doing them at such a much higher level, and I'm learning from him on those sorts of things. But I'm also learning about the products that he's using, the MonaVie products, and how they're benefiting his body. So you use Max, you use Active, the Reveal products, and VSET. And I just want you to share a little bit with the viewers about how those products are helping your body and your mind bounce back and sort of live up to the demands of your training.
Yeah, sure. You know, I expect a lot out of my body every day. And the nice thing about the MonaVie products is that whether it's helping with, you know, flexibility, or bouncing back from workouts day to day, whether it's, you know, hard workouts in a single day or days in a row, the products are helping with, you know, all kinds of areas of recovery, as well as just stretching what I'm able to do.
Right. And that's probably it, right? Stretching what you're able to do. I don't think we shouldn't give anybody the impression that they're gonna, you know, drink one of the MonaVie products and then they're gonna become a professional athlete and just be able to go at the top level, right? It's not like that, right. But it's allowing your body to bounce back from the demands that you're placing on it. Is that right?
Totally. I think that it's, you know, applicable to all levels, but I think where it's really tested in the fact that I'm doing this at a high level, and repeatedly I'm able to see the benefits that are going on from, you know, the products, right, as well as just, you know, how it's enhancing what I'm doing. So I think it's applicable across sports.
Right. So, you know, somebody who's watching this right now might think to themselves, you know, hey, Derek's a professional triathlete, right? How in the world does that apply to me? And I kind of think of it as, you know, we're all going through the stresses of our lives, whether it's our sleep levels or our diets aren't perfect, or we've got a lot of stuff going on in our lives. And you know, you said that these MonaVie products help you be able to push your limits. You think that would apply to sort of the regular person who's out there just living their life?
Totally. You know, I'm able to measure it, you know, in small increments because I'm really measuring my progress as I go along. So if I see a 1% or 2% gain, I can really tell.
Right.
But I know that the MonaVie products are giving me, you know, a good amount of benefit. And so it's something where I think that just day-to-day living, whether you're just doing a 9-to-5 job, I think you're going to be able to feel those benefits as well. It's just something where I feel very confident that with the amount of antioxidants that I'm getting and the way in which it's, you know, replenishing what I've lost, and what I'm losing in workouts and things like that.
These products are helping them feel better. The family is feeling better, Derek's feeling better, and that's being transferred into his ability to perform at that highest level. Is that sort of accurate?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it's just about quality of living, right?
Right, exactly. And I couldn't add anything more perfect than that to close on. Thanks a lot, Derek. Really appreciate being out there today. Join us next time for From the Lab, when we're going to be talking about immune system support in a very unique way. Not immune system stimulation like like every other product out there, we'll talk about immune system priming and how that really can help shield your body from all the challenges that we face every day. This is Dr. Shawn Talbott. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.